Okay, welcome to East Academia. Today you are going to learn about a continuous current conduction mode, otherwise known as CCCM. So we recall that the chopper period is going to be given by T on plus T off. And T on over T it gives us alpha, and which this can be written as T on over T on plus T off. Okay? Alpha takes values that ranges from between 0 and 1. However, due to turn-on delay, alpha cannot be equal to 0. And due to turn-off time of the device or the switch, alpha cannot be equal to 1. Therefore, these two reasons, okay, these two things here, they reduce the range for alpha. So from the average output voltage, which is given by the one that we derived previously on the previous video, we found out the average output voltage for this bar converter with RLE load is given by alpha Vs. This means that the average output voltage increases with an increase in alpha and also decreases when alpha is reduced. Okay? So how we can draw this? So for particular duty cycle, the waveform, the output waveform is going to be shown as follows. So we are going to have, this is going to be the on period, and then during off, we saw that the output voltage is 0. So we are going to have something of this kind. And the average output voltage is what we found somewhere here. So here is V out average. Okay, so during the on period, the inductor current, which is the load current, okay, so during on, the load current increases. So if we assume a continuous conduction, during on, the load current increases up to a point, and then during the off period it decreases, and then during the next on period it increases, and during off period it decreases. Okay? So here we are going to say that this is the Imax, and this is Imin. So this is what is known as continuous current conduction. However, if you assume that the current is discontinuous, then this load current is going to be as follows. That it's going to begin from somewhere here, and during on it will increase up to a point, and then decrease. So on, off. So now we are going to have our Imax here, and you're going to have our Imin here. So there are some few things to note. This is continuous current conduction mode, and this is discontinuous current conduction mode. So when you look at these two waveforms of current, we see that in continuous current conduction mode, the value of Imin is positive. So that's one thing you have to see. So Imin is positive, or otherwise we can say that it's greater than 0. In discontinuous current conduction, the value of Imin is negative, or otherwise you can say it's less than 0. So that already, from calculating the value of Imin, we can determine whether we are operating in continuous current conduction mode or discontinuous current conduction mode. Okay? So, we have ways of establishing. Okay, before even we go to other ways of establishing whether we're operating in continuous current conduction or discontinuous current conduction mode, we can talk about the operating frequency of the chopper. So, operating frequency of the chopper is given by F, which is 1 over T, which is 1 over T on plus T off, where T is kept constant. Where that period is kept constant. So in the next video, we are going to discuss ways of determining whether we are operating in continuous current conduction mode or discontinuous conduction mode. But briefly, I'm going to just list them here. The first way which we have seen is by calculating I mean. So we first calculate by calculating I mean. So when I mean is positive, or when I mean is greater than 0, we'll say discontinuous current conduction mode. And when I mean is negative, that is discontinuous current conduction mode. The next method which you can calculate is by calculating the extinction time. Extinction time. And extinction time is noted by Tx. And this is the zero crossover time. Zero crossover time in discontinuous current conduction mode. Like, the reason I'm saying in discontinuous current conduction mode is because we only have a zero crossover in discontinuous current conduction mode. In this place here, in this waveform, I think I can show you here, in this waveform, this extinction time is going to be noted by this T on plus this period plus this time period here. So when you add T on to this time period here, then you are going to get the extinction time, which is the zero crossover time. Okay? So another way of determining continuous conduction or discontinuous current conduction mode is by using alpha prime, which this is the limit of continuous current conduction, is the duty cycle for the limit, we call it duty cycle for the limit of continuous current conduction mode. So we are going to see how exactly these ones work in the next video. And thank you for watching Instacademia. And I hope you'll subscribe and click on the bell icon for notifications. And thank you very much.